But there is Maverick's crib. I haven't put any sheets on it yet because Donovan just built it last night. I'm happy. I can still watch TV right now, you know, before he's born, over the crib. No, unfortunately, we just have 3 bedrooms. I've got mine, Donovan has his, and Mackenzie has hers. So hopefully we'll be able to move someday. Because yeah, Maverick's definitely gonna need his own room. Now if we have more kids, I don't know. Because see, I'm used to growing up when we had 1 bedroom that us girls shared, and then 1 bedroom that all my brothers shared. So I could see it working out as like 2 bedrooms, hopefully like large enough, larger than ours growing up, for like if there's more boys that come along and girls. It's been so long since I've gone to church. It's really, really sad. Someone says it's a place of assault. Unfortunately, yes, sometimes it is. I was just scrolling on my For You page, came upon this live of a young lady who, her headline, men must be seen and not heard. And so this guy, Christian guy, is like, what do you mean by that exactly? She's like, well, we women have been hushed and silenced for hundreds of years. So I'm just like, wow, we have a strong feminist running this live right now. That's okay. You know, everyone gets to run your live streams the way you want, to talk about whatever you want. But I'm just like, lady, there's so many toxic men and women out there, but to use that as a generalization because you have a qualm with individuals, really? Someone says it's okay to be a feminist. Well, there are many feminists. There absolutely are. I don't agree with feminists, and I am not a feminist. I consider myself a strong feminine woman, a Proverbs 31 woman more specifically. Well, I have issues with feminists. I have some big issues. But there's a good kind of feminism then. You know, there's toxic feminism. No, I would say there's femininity. Like femininity and feminism are really different from each other.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hope says, I'm a feminist, but I love Proverbs 31, femininity and men too. I think it depends on what type. Oh, that's interesting. Really? I don't know. I guess because in my opinion, I'm thinking like, well, how can you be like pro-choice, for not saying you, but how can someone be pro-choice and a Christian? How can someone be a Democrat and a Christian? It's like, they just don't mix. They don't go together, you know? I'm definitely for women voting as well, absolutely, but I wouldn't consider myself a feminist. You're a pro-choice Democratic Christian. I doubt that, but okay. This may be kind of cute. I don't know. You guys, I literally cut these yesterday. What do you think? What do you think? I'm due in June. A pride baby? No, June is like my favorite summer month. He's going to be born in the best summer month, you guys. Like, come on. Aquaphor. This is my new favorite chapstick. It's like, I cannot live without this stuff, but I don't think it really, like, I don't know. But I think it's a lot better, actually, than the Burt's Bees. Look, here are all of my lip balms, my lip balm collection. Wait, did someone just say, girl, Canada doesn't even know you exist? I'm sure they don't. That's good. I'm glad. Don't want to get an epidural. I don't. Bring back masculine men. Yes, absolutely. And my husband is one of them. And my son, I know he's going to be one as well. Some men you can be masculine and have a gentle, soft side, just like some women can be, you know, should be feminine, but have like a strong, what else? Side, if you know what I mean. There's a healthy element of other gender strengths that we can have too. Are you a Trump supporting pro-lifer? LMAFO, bye. So it turns out my husband actually likes Trump more than I do. So if it's a running match between Trump and DeSantis, I'm going to be voting for DeSantis, and my husband will be voting for Trump. There's a lot about Trump I do not like. I'm sorry. DeSantis needs to win. He really does. DeSantis is gosh awful. Sorry, I don't like to take God's name in vain. No, he's not. Probably a Democrat and probably loving Joe Biden. what I find ironic is for all of you talking about, okay, so what about all these Christian creeps and in the church and all this religious stuff and all these like pedophiles in the Christian groups? I'm like, and you don't say that about Joe Biden?
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
Or maybe that's a specific truck for... Our house is so not soundproof. Oh gosh. When Maverick's born, I'm gonna be like, let's hope he's a good sleeper. And it's a public street. I know, but I wish our house was more soundproof. Like, you can hear everything. Like, what the heck? Thoughts on the new Barbie movie. I looked it up, watched the whole commercial, or the preview, the trailer, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is Harley Quinn. I forget her name in real life. And Ryan Gosling. I never had a crush on Ryan Gosling. So many of you girls do or did. Or all the women that were like, oh, I have the hots for this man or that boy. I'm like most girls were so into Justin Bieber back in the day. I'm like, Justin Bieber, what? Hey, you can have them all to yourselves, because I was in love with the Jonas Brothers. Oh. But anyway, about the Barbie movie. Sorry, I just forgot. At first, I was super excited, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a Barbie movie? Okay, Scott, it's not like an animation. It's a real life, depiction of, I guess, the Barbie and Ken world. I was like really stoked. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna totally go see this, because guess what? Guess why? Some of you know I've been a fan of the original Barbie doll since way back when, as long as I can remember. And she was always my outer beauty inspiration. The further I got into the trailer, I was like, oh, now I don't think I want to go and see it. It just seems lame and dumb. Like, they all call each other Barbie and Ken. I'm like, okay, so what's... I've had an issue once they recreated Barbie into all the different sizes. I'm like, no. Barbie needs to stay the same. Barbie needs to be the original doll. And I can say that because me, obviously... Now, there is a Mommy to Be doll. I think it's okay to make some different... differing Barbie dolls if they want to, but not the ones that support an unhealthy body. The original Barbie, like, let her be. She was flawless, she was perfect, she was always my outer beauty inspiration, my standard. And even though I've never been, there was a time where I kind of felt like I had a Barbie figure because I weighed like 110 pounds. I was so skinny. Now I'm so fat, like... Being upset over inclusive Barbies. You guys, the inclusivity culture is insane. You can think I'm insane, but I'm gonna think some of you are insane too. So high five, touche. Since you hate fat people, do you hate yourself? I don't hate fat people. I don't like their overweightness, and I don't like mine. We all be in this together and be like, okay, we're not healthy, it's lacking, we've been lacking, like, we can do better. There's so many things that factor into that. I get that people have health issues, our food chain. The more I've been actually finding some content here on TikTok is talking about like the FDA and the CDC, just our food chain and what they've done to our food. Holy buckets. The stuff that they allow in our food that's banned in other countries, amazingly developed as we are in America, you would think. No, we're not doing better. Because why? Because of greed, because of money, because of government, because of politics. It's hella messed up. Ugh. Will you circumcise? No. It upsets me too. For the very fact that the nurses have actually just assumed, and even the receptionist, they start telling us the information and giving us the paperwork and asking when we're going to do it. And I'm like, they just assume? I really hope and pray, because women are just as much a part of this whole culture thing with circumcision or not being circumcised as men are. So I hope that whoever Maverick marries someday is going to be on the same page, like super against circumcision, just very loving, respectful, and treat him like he's normal, because you're normal if you are not circumcised. Is Donovan circumcised? He is. Answering your question, because that helps to bring light to this whole issue of circumcision. Men are missing out, and women. Everyone is literally missing out when a man is circumcised. Because here's why. If it were for a baby girl, you would all be having, the world would stop to make sure that we didn't mutilate baby girls anymore. When it comes to things that are involving men and women, that it should be equal, and it's not, I have to point it out. I'm one of those people, I'm like, no. You do not let to get this gender do this and not this one. It's equal. Can women be doctors? I don't like it when women are doctors. I would prefer they be nurses. That's a man's title. These ladies were in support of a woman president, and I didn't get into it with them, but I can't support that. What about women in the army? I don't appreciate it. Again, I just feel like it's better suited for men, and I have two. So when it comes to the mutilation, when it comes to the circumcision, it is literally equal. No, it is the same. It is definitely the same. And you know what? There's a lot of babies that die. I mean, can you imagine someone saying, I'm just going to cut off all my fingers so I don't have to clean up my fingernails and around my fingers? I'm just going to have a stub of a hand. Yeah, because it's so much easier. Just because it's easier means you should harm yourself? No. The Jewish religion, I know that's definitely a thing for them, circumcision. That's not Christian. Jewish people are not Christian. So that's another religion that even though the Jewish people are God's people, they are his favorite, they are his chosen ones. I mean, as a Christian, that law was done away with. But since the Jewish people don't believe in Jesus, don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God, don't believe really anything the same that as Christians do. Honestly, I don't even know why you would do that practice anymore since you don't, believe the most important things of Christianity is all about. When I used to see this on live streams, people talking about does body count matter? I literally thought they were talking about your weight. Oh, you're talking about how many people you've been with. I just have two. My first husband and second husband. Hannah, body count 2 and counting. Hopefully it's only gonna ever stay 2. I hope.